Folks, Smooth Gefixt in the Smooth Gefixt living room.
Yeah, we turned into a home channel.
Yeah, why is that, Dylan?
Yeah,
what
a bit of an injury here. Stay tuned for next week's video. You'll see some gory footage.
Okay, so we're gonna talk a bit about gear today. So on the table we have a bunch of cutting tools, and I would say let's start with some EDC because this is the only thing cutting tool related that's not on the table. It's a Swiss Army pocket knife, and it's very special to me because it was a gift of our Bushcraft friend Felix Imler. Special edition, all black. It's the, I believe it's the Camper, the Victorinox Camper. Of course, it's on the lanyard. Otherwise, you know, Chaotic Julius might lose it.
Yeah, fair enough. I have pretty much the same. I also think it's either the Camper or the Hiker. But the only difference between our two, you know, a big Phillips head rather than the wine opener, because I don't drink wine. So yeah, no, nice, and they're super cheap as well. Well, relatively. You know, they're like, I think they're like around €20 or something.
Is he snoring?
Yeah. So you have your EDC category, right? The pocket knife on the lanyard, because you know when you sit up, all your stuff always falls out of your pocket. So that's what the lanyard is for, really.
With you.
With me, yeah. It's the UK legal carry too, so you're allowed to go into a shop and...
That's a win, that's a win. Yeah, I like that. What do you have here, on here, Dylan? This is...
That's the remnants of a fire steel, but it's still going. Then you have your three main, like, fixed blade, axe and folding saw, I suppose.
Yes. Bushcraft knife. It was made by Pierre Morier. He's a knife maker from Switzerland, and we have that all on video. The process of making this knife and testing it out, so you might want to check that out to learn more about this knife. Folding saw, the Silky. It has always been the versus me and Dylan with the Opinel and the Silky. I believe in the Silky, and I think Dylan is still going for his Opinel, aren't you?
Yep.
What happened with the locking of the Opinel?
Yeah, it's in my opinion, it's a design.
Yes, show us.
So if any Opinel guys are watching, pay attention here. They have. I really like it because it's a wooden. Oh, god dang it! It's a wooden handle, which is really nice. So they like hollowed out the bit that holds the blade, right? And to hold the bit that holds the blade,
yeah, this little pin,
they put in a little roll pin, right? But it's hollow, and basically all the pressure that you put on the log when you're sawing comes down to this little hollow roll pin. So you can imagine what happens over time.
It broke?
Yeah.
As seen in our ultimate cutting tool battle.
Exactly, yeah.
But how did you fix it, Dylan?
I got a same diameter drill bit, you know, like a drill bit, and I put the end of the drill bit, which is just a solid piece of steel, and I just jammed that in there.
We had a comment.
It's stronger than ever now, but like.
We had a comment lately of someone who did exactly the same as you and had the same problem, so it really seems to be a structural problem with the Opinel. So
it's definitely a weak spot, yeah.
Opinel, they have to change their design. If you're watching, we hope to hear from you.
Yeah, and like, it's not that it.
But they both saw razor quick. Axes, you are the X-Man.
Yeah, look.
Spoilers.
Yeah, so Julius got himself a new one.
The same as you. You had him for years. The Small Forest X from Grand Force Brooks.
The very popular. Everybody has that.
And you're saying the standard of your quality is higher than mine. So your conclusion is that over the time they have degraded their quality.
Yeah, but is that because they choose to, or is the demand higher? That could be possible too.
Or it's just my single axe. I mean, you have a extra wedge in that.
A steel wedge to hold a wooden wedge. So that's one thing. The handle orientation, mine is like 100% like this way. Julius's one is like, what is it, 45 or whatever?
Little off, little off. Oh well, I think they're great axes still, but you have more reference with other axes, like more experience.
Yeah, but also the price of them increased significantly. I bought mine about 5 years ago, give or take, for about €90. And you bought yours this year.
It's
for
it's going over the 100 indeed.
130.
I don't think 130 now, but we'll have to look that up.
Yeah, so like for what you get nowadays, if my opinion is right and it's consistent like that, maybe it's just a once-off. I would not recommend them anymore. Like they are nice, but for the money, like this thing, for example, this thing cost me, I think, €5 in materials. Right? Can
I open the sheet?
It does the same.
I have never understand what kind of design this axe is. Where it is good for. It is so not gentle. It's just rough. I mean, it's heavy and a short handle. What do you use that for?
It's carpentry.
Carpentry. Carpentry. And it's pretty beaten up, isn't it? You're saying you like this sometimes over the grand?
Yeah, because these are super light, and you start whacking it as hard as you can, and you get cramps in your hands, and you like injure yourself. You know, and with the big one, you don't have to use as much body force because you can just let it drop. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
Exactly.
The way it does the work for you. At the
same time, you have to pull up more weight, so I think it doesn't,
yeah, but pulling up is less strain.
You might have wanted to use a bigger axe for your jobs, because the bigger the axe, the more safer.
Yeah, so like...
This might have been prevented, no?
Yeah, but with hindsight you never know. This one is much the same as the little one. It's a little bit heavier. The biggest difference is the longer handle. I guess for the price, they're the same price as well. So if you choose one or the other, spend the money on this and buy a cheap second-hand hatchet for €5, and you know, you save yourself a lot of money.
Okay. We also did we have the Buck camp axe, and we've done that for more than 10, 12, 15 years. We're already using that. It's very lightweight, nice camping axe.
Still going strong, yeah.
Yes. Of course, I'm to Ireland, to Dylan, so I couldn't. I come here. I had to travel here, so I couldn't bring all my gear. So I just had the basics, but that should do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So quick finish this category. This is usually the knife I carry.
You need some assistance.
No, I'm alright. So it's high carbon steel. It's fairly soft. It has like a Scandinavian grind on it, so it makes it extra fragile. But the nice thing is that it has deer antler scales. I have to say, I don't use this a lot. No, I don't.
That's remarkable, because this is my in the outdoors. This is my EDC, you know.
I use this for food prep and the little back of the saw for the striker. Yeah, sure. What else? Like you cut your firewood with your axe and your saw, and sure the little bits you have left you do with your pocket knife.
Then the rest of the table is carving, wood carving tools.
Yeah, so they're all like extras, optionals. So you get your standard, straight carving knife.
We used to do wood carving with the moras, also the spoon knife. And recently we have been sent by a company from the Ukraine, Bushcraft. They sent us a carving set. So Dylan has some tools as well, and this is one of their carving sets. It comes with standard carving knife, small one, spoon knife, a strop, and compound in a nice roll up etui? I don't know. Cover. Yeah, you know, we still have to use it more to see will they hold up against the moras, but they are cheaper than the moras, and
not by much though, I don't think.
Well,
significantly.
Well, at least 1/3, I think. Okay. Cheaper.
Okay. I used them a bit. I tried them out, And so far I can't complain, but I have very little done with them. These ones are a little bit finished a little bit nicer.
Yeah, and this one came also from the Bushcraft. It's yeah, we still have to use this stuff. That will be coming up soon. When you're fit again. Isn't it, Dylan?
Yep.
Good stuff. Thanks, Bushcraft.
I think we should use them a bit more before we can recommend them or not recommend them.
Yeah.
The Moras, they have proved themselves already.
I guess, yeah. They are getting rusty quite quickly. I don't know if it's
no, that's high carbon steel, man.
Yeah, but they seem to rust. Yeah, of course it's maintenance. I mean, it's high carbon steel, so it's supposed to rust eventually. But I don't know. I keep them in the pouch and just take them in my backpack, and they come back rusty.
Yeah, but do you cover them in oil before?
No, they should be.
Yeah.
I try to sometimes, but you know, you are not.
Yeah, another little extra for this season is some draw knives, and they're a very specific woodworking tool. We sort of made these ones ourselves. We didn't like forge them, but they came with. We bought them.
Made them themselves. You only made the handles.
We bought them second hand and patched them up and turned the handles and put like little copper rings on them. And they turned out nice.
Yeah, we made the handles themselves on the wood turning bench, but that could have been done better.
Well, the first time, it's not bad. Come on.
No. Okay, but the glue did half the job.
Epoxy resin.
The epoxy.
Very bushcraft worthy. Yeah, this one. Look, what's sure. Like again, second-hand tools. They saved us a lot of money.
The last bits we have not spoken about. It's a very special combination tool of a draw knife, one-hand draw knife, and a spoon knife in one. I think this was the always take with you carving tool, because you can use it as a draw knife and a spoon knife. Everything in one. And it's from Ray Mears' website. It's expensive though, it's too expensive. €60 just for this piece, and I have to make the handle yourself.
You think there's a bit of...
Yeah, there's definitely... Ray Mears is filling his pockets, that's for sure. That is for sure. But good
Straight
too.
up.
But I have to say, for just the spoon carving, you know, the round bit is far further away from the handle, so your control is a lot less than, for example, this guy. But, you know, if you want to take the one and only tool, where you can also do the draw knife, yeah, and make the handle like it would fit in my hand like that. You can do some nice draw knifing. We will use it for the canoe paddle carving.
Anything to add maintenance-wise? You know, you need to maintain.
Maintenance, guys, very important.
You need to maintain your tool, especially your high carbon things. Yeah, so the ones I don't have sheets for, I wrap them in kind of sort of half oil soaked rags, and they really like don't rust, which is really nice because you wouldn't use them half the year, you know. High carbon steel thingies, like cutting tools that you might use for food and prep and stuff as well. Olive oil and what?
I bring coconut oil. That's my way to go. It's solid in room temperature and stuff. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, good option as well. You can use wax for the leather to help it repel water.
You should.
What else you can use? Like yeah, anything, leather fat, shoe polish,
well,
whatever.
But bushcraft wise, beeswax, isn't that the way to go?
Well, it's a layer of water repellent. It doesn't necessarily nourish the leather. So like it sits on the top, you know what I mean? It doesn't penetrate. So you'd want some sort of nourishing product first and then put the beeswax over it. So like oil or fat or whatever. You have some products where it's all mixed in, you know, and you just throw that on it. So yeah, leather, high maintenance again, but sure, I mean it's nice and it's not that bad. Next up.
Cooking equipment, utensils and all the likes.
Plates, pouches.
Where's the plate in? Oh, this is a frying pan and a plate. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is pretty much everything we have. We don't by far bring everything in one go. You know, it's kind of this or that.
Well,
yeah.
I'm missing quite some things of home, and especially some lightweight stuff. And there's some things in the post. Remember the lightweight stuff more?
In the post, yeah.
Yeah.
Upgrades, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I bring all the time is my pouch, water bottle pouch, and my Nalgene steel bottle. Sure, everybody has them. It's tested and proved and a solid piece of kit. Heavy, but durable. I got a nice, what is it, 600 milliliter cup that fits exactly.
Also stainless steel?
Yeah, also stainless steel, fits exactly.
Wow.
So I always bring that.
Nice pouch also.
And then I have a little Pathfinder kettle, which I really like, but I wouldn't necessarily bring on every trip. Only.
It's really a Bushcraft dingetje.
Yeah, it's like a luxury item. Luxury item, but it is nice. Has a little filter in it for coffee or tea or whatever. But the lid fits exactly on my cup.
No.
So that's really nice, right?
Oh, that's cool.
So this is like my.
That is really cool.
This is like my one man.
What kind of stainless cup is this?
Tatonka. It's German, I think.
How many milliliters?
600. But they have different models. So yeah, that fits all into one package, you know, one man package.
Nice.
And then together with that, I have a long spoon, which I really like. I don't like those short ones because my hands always get dirty anyway. No, stop. It's titanium, and that goes in there. And then in the front, you have a little pouch. I made a little bale. What do you call it? A bale? It worked well. I made this out of an old clutch cable from a motorbike.
Yeah.
So it's stainless steel cable.
Some of those wires have plastic in them. Don't use them.
No.
Yeah.
And then I have foldable titanium stove. Like, what do you call them? Bushcraft Essentials or whatever. Just you know, as a one-man option. You know, you can cook your little meal on that if you wanted to. Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, it's a bit.
It's a bit wonky, yeah. Can't be ours. So yeah, that fits in the front of that, and then this is like your all combined cook kit, one-man cook kit. I even bring all that. I might not bring the stove if the two of us go because we need a bigger fire anyway. And then the little pot scrubber fits in that as well. So that's kind of my one-man setup.
Let's compare this one to my little stove. And it has the Tanglia burner in it. So if you're really into a zone where you can make a fire or it's drought, then you go for the Tanglia. We go for the Tanglia burning. It works pretty well, but it's slow cooking. And this is Bushcraft Essentials, yours as well. But I have the most lightweight option. So to compare those with each other. Yours is significantly heavier, but titanium. Mine is stainless, but lighter build, so a bit more flimsy. Yes, true, but lightweight and a little smaller. For those things, if you go too small, you know, it's so
not
much
efficient
hassle
anymore. Yeah,
putting the sticks in. But yeah, you know, you want to bring them. I almost want to bring them in case I need them, and then if you always have to carry them with them, you don't want some heavy weight always with you. I'm the one going for lightweight, always. So, yeah, this is my choice. But for more camp versatility, you might want to go for a bigger size.
Yeah, in general, I'd say 95% of the time we boil all our water. Right, so we kind of need a campfire anyway. Because you're not gonna use this and try and boil a liter of water on it. It's just not gonna happen.
Wow.
It's not gonna happen.
Wow, that will do.
So yeah, we make a campfire and you know, we do all our cooking on the campfire. Unless we're doing like long distance hiking trips or whatever. Then a communal
especially
item.
in the summer when there's drought, this thing is the way to go, you know. If you can't really make fire, or in a place where you can, so.
Communal items. We have a big pot. I'd say 95% of the time we bring this or have brought that.
I don't know. I think we have more used the aluminium one, a lot more, and it's a little lighter. But aluminium, Yeah,
flimsy.
It's flimsy. The handle fall off. You saw that in one of our latest videos. Yeah. Man, Dylan was always saying this. Someday this pen is going to let us down, so I'm not taking it anymore. But this is way more solid than aluminium. I tried to go for the lightweight option, so that's why I have this foldable cup. Yeah, you got. I did say you are not the biggest fan of it, but
what's that on the side there? The other side, yeah. Mine doesn't have that.
bit of
why doesn't mine have that?
Bit of campfire damage now.
Yeah.
You know how that goes.
Yeah, but it's pros and cons, sure.
Yeah. But I will upgrade soon to a titanium cup.
Business will be going well, Julius.
Yes. Oh man, that's expensive stuff. And I'm missing the canteen, Dylan. Ah, here, look. The canteen.
This should get a medal.
The old school Dutch army canteen. One of our first and only bushcraft and survival items we got. Yes.
1993.
Yeah.
So it's older. It's older than you.
Yeah.
That says enough, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, but the disadvantage with the plastic, it's not multifunctional. And if you wanna, in case you really need to cook your stuff on it, it's not gonna happen on plastic.
And I think if you drop that on the wrong place, you might get cracks in it, no?
Wow.
I had one of these. No, I had one of these. Maybe it was a knockoff.
That was the remake.
Was that a knockoff? Okay.
Not easy though. Definitely not in the pouch. But I have a titanium one on the way, and it is bloody expensive. And I thought 3 years of going for it. I have doubted about it, but after all, it's done now.
This is something we got last year, and it's a Dutch oven, and it's the anodized aluminium one, so it makes it lighter weight. Yeah. That doesn't make it lightweight, but it's lighter than cast iron.
Well, it's still heavy, but the cast irons are 2 times heavier.
Yeah, and you can see the videos from the last season. We use it for all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, we're happy with it.
Yeah,
it's great.
It seems a solid piece of kit. Solid piece of kit. What else is new? We got we got some stuff sent to us. A grill. Bitty Big Q. Yeah. Don't know that. Not sure about that name. But yeah, it's a grill, and sure, like a grill can be super simple. This one is fancy. You can roll it up. Like I can even roll this up sort of one-handed.
Ooh.
Well, you get the idea.
Well, let's do it properly. Yeah, that's nice and handy, isn't it?
Yeah, like that can stow away in another pot or something, and therefore you don't lose weight. But my thing was, you know, like those what do you call them? Those barbecue grills or oven trays. You can pick them up for free in the scrapyard, I'd say, and you can put it in the back of your backpack. So do you really need to buy one of them?
Oven tray in your backpack? That's bulky. I'm not sure about that, man. I'm not sure about that. It's less broad, also, like.
Yeah, but you can cut it to size, maybe. I don't know. I like the idea that I used it once or twice, and I liked it. But I'm not sure yet about like how, like if you really need it. Yeah, true. I wouldn't, because I don't grill so much stuff anyway. No, yeah, okay.
But it's also handy to put your pans up, but that is sort of a pot hanger on the way.
Like how often did it happen that we knocked our stuff into the fire?
Wow.
Quite a few times.
More in the early messing around days, but I'll say we're doing a little better these days.
Yeah, so it slides out too. Like it is quite a neat design.
You know, it is wobbly, but it will hold. I mean, it's wobbly, but it's not that it will crack down.
And this is also very high off the ground. So obviously, the shorter it is, you know, the shorter you have the legs, the more stable.
Yeah.
Do you know? But yeah, no, it has its place. I think it's.
We'll use it on the future canoe trip.
For example, and you know, some base camp cookings and. and the likes.
And this one too. This is a filter, water filter that will save us some time cooking water, but it is not bushcraft worthy. I think we still like to cook our water instead of a filter, but it can be handy. I've never used it till now, but perhaps next canoe trip. Stay tuned for that.
Major spoilers, man.
Major spoilers?
Everybody's like, canoe trip? Canoe trip? Huh?
Yeah. That's subscribe for the canoe trip, that helps.
Yeah, true, okay.
What do you think about the weight?
It's a little heavy.
Wow.
You wouldn't bring it for ultralight stuff.
No, definitely not, but then you don't need,
you don't need anything for ultralight. But yeah, it comes with a pouch and a little scraper to clean it. So, yeah, why not? Ooh, danger. I think we are done. How about your what do you eat with?
Oh, yeah, it's a pity we don't have any self-crafted wooden utensils here.
But they're heavy, man. Heavy weight. Don't want that. Lightweight.
Dude, you're making a big mistake now. Because my wooden spork is lighter than this one. Do you believe that? No, the wood is lighter, really. Yeah. So I tend to craft some sporks, but I mostly give them away. And now I left one of my sporks at home because it still needed a sandpaper job. Anyways, yeah, next time I rather go with my wooden spork on the camping trips, and we'll see how that works out.
Cool.
It's a more bushcraft, low profile style, huh?
Cool. Yeah.
But titanium expensive stuff.
It is.
What do you pay? 15 euro for a spoon?
Give or take, yeah.
You remember this one? It's holding up still, huh?
It's not for digging. It's not for digging, man. It's for eating.
But even in your pack, it could already look. I think so.
In his pack.
I think so.
Well, I still say it's not for shoveling. It's for eating. So, like, you know, what more is there to say?
You're winter. Winter gear.
Give it back to me before you break it. Stop breaking.
Winter gear talk. I said this one is flimsy, man, and it won't hold up. But you backed it up and you proved it wrong.
It's fine, and it has a long handle.
Yeah,
nice.
I have to admit, long handle. Yeah, a winner for the steering. You know, you burn your fingers with the small one. Yeah, wrap it up. Next one. Cha la 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 la. Sleeping systems.
Yeah, so things to keep you dry and things to keep you warm at night, especially.
That's right. This time I came to Ireland, only brought this. The rest dependent on Dylan.
Yeah, so I have a bunch of stuff, but this is all year, all options, kind of. I'd never bring all this at once.
No.
So I have the Biffy bag here.
That's for the winter, usually.
Yeah, kind of sleeping on the ground, eh?
Mm-hmm. In the summer?
In the summer you have the sleeping hammock. Sorry.
Hammocks, yes. Yeah. So what kind of hammock we have here?
What is it? The DD hammock with the mosquito net around it. It's like a cocoon.
Frontline, DD frontline.
Yeah, DD frontline hammock. Kind of price quality average is really good.
Yeah, I like them, but they have actually the longer version for longer people like me. But at the time, I don't think, or I couldn't find them. So I went for a ticket to the moon, but I don't have the mosquito nets. So I have the little head net in case. And my sleeping bag the tropical one has a head net.
Yeah, so this is the tropical sleeping bag. You actually have the same one,
but an off-brand.
A duplicate. Specially issued for the Dutch Army.
Yeah, Dutch Army first started with the Corinthians, both for their winter and their summer sleeping bag. Then that was too expensive. Corinthia recommended the brand, so they made the same sleeping bag with another company. So it's basically the same sleeping bag, but you get a second hand, 75 euro. Yeah, I get the whole set, including a liner.
Yeah, I paid a lot more for mine, but mine is brand new.
Yeah, didn't want it, but of course, over time they get a little bit more. They're not so fluffy anymore. But no, mine. I think there hasn't never been noted a significant difference that you were that much warmer in your sleeping bag when I was suffering in the cold. in mind when it's the same sleeping bag.
Budget build. Yeah, so this one fits in that one for super warm.
Yeah, so this is the Carinthia Tropen, and this, what is this? The Carinthia.
Was it Defense 4?
Oh yeah, the Defense 4.
And they have different. You can choose, like depending on what body length you are, you can buy different sizes. Another nice thing about the summer one is that it has like a little mesh you can zip around your head, so you basically have a mosquito screen in your sleeping bag, which could be really useful.
That's especially grand for me, since in the summer I don't have a hammock with a mosquito net, so I'm dependent on in the sleeping bag. Until now that worked out great.
Yeah, nice one, nice one. The new ones of these, they're really expensive.
Yeah, yeah, you spend so much more money than me for the same, basically the same
but
bag.
they are proper made in Europe.
Yeah,
like,
they're
like
good bags.
Top of the range stuff.
They're synthetic. They're heavier than a Dawn one.
Down.
But down.
Yeah.
2 kilo, 1 kilo. 1 kilo is a nice weight for a bag. I think it's a little more.
And oh yeah, we should definitely say the comfort rating. Was it +5? Comfort?
Yeah, +5 comfort. And this one is -20 comfort.
And then together they're like freezer comfort.
Until freezing, I would definitely go in this one and do with more clothes for saving weight.
Yeah. And also these are still compressible. These are just as they are just in the thing.
Yeah,
so altogether, really nice. But we're lingering way too much on these bags now. The Biffy bag, you have a military service one. I have a military service one too.
You have German Army. I went for British.
British Army.
This one is way simpler.
Mine has a zipper and a Velcro thing. And
this is just basically a bag of proper Gore-Tex. Worked out great. And lighter that way too, 700 grams. Yours is 1.1 kilo or so.
Yeah,
maybe 900, not 1 kilo.
Yeah, so all of that
also
stuff.
Carinthia.
Yeah, so it fits nicely with the things.
This one is not it's not a normal cover.
No, we got this military surplus.
Yeah, this Dutch Army. Yeah. Most general cover item that is for bushcraft. Usually your tarp, isn't it?
Yeah, tarp. Bring that all year round, pretty much. At least one of us. We happen to have the same one. So
DD 3x3.
Yeah.
You have the coyote collar. I have the olive one. And I always used it in the normal bag where it came from. It isn't waterproof that way, and you got a nice little dry bag for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure, that goes without saying. You can stuff it in your dry bag when it's completely soaked. And you can use your dry bag for something else as well if you wanted to.
Of course, I do want to say this is really a brand I'm a fan of. So people might already know. They are known for the most sustainable outdoors brand there is in the objective rankings.
Yeah, Julius is a bit of a vowed fanboy.
Yeah.
He recommended it to me. I was looking for a dry bag for my tarp, and he recommended Vowed. And I have to say, it's a really nice dry bag. But sure, like, I can't say more than that it's a nice dry bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've read into the company's values and what they do, and how and read some reviews about the ranking of their ecological footprint, and they really do their best to do the production on a sustainable basis and ways. So
apparently
that's where I'm really into.
Yeah,
and
cool.
I think that should be way more important, also a factor when you buy gear, because you know all the gear it pollutes our earth, so you want to go for them sustainable brands. But for
yeah, and it's more expensive because of that, maybe.
Yeah,
probably, I did have to say, like, you can get your cheapest
the Chinese
dry bag
stuff,
is like a couple euro, and then this is like, I don't know, 10 times as much.
Well, no, not 10 times as much. That was a reasonable sized price for a dry bag, comparable to the other AA brands.
Comparable to the other A brands, but it
not
was
comparable
still,
to
the cheapest one.
The Chinese.
But this one is Chinese too,
stuff.
man. This one is Chinese too.
Yeah, but not by a Chinese company. Yeah,
Right,
okay,
right.
no offense to the Chinese necessarily, but in general you get cheaper quality. And maybe it's made in China, but still they control the sustainable production there, and that's great that way.
I hope they do. I hope they do. I can only take your word for it.
Yeah, well, look it up yourself.
Let's move on. Sleeping mat made in Ireland, man. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Thermarest.
Thermarest, it's actually made in Ireland. It's kind of funny.
Yeah,
I wonder why. I wonder where and why.
Tax.
Cheap tax, yeah, or slave labor. No, off topic. It's really
We have the
nice.
same.
Yeah, really nice.
We're happy with
Really
those. Very
yeah.
lightweight.
And warm.
Sleeping on snow and ice. 400 grams, 450 grams. This Thermarest Neon Extreme, I believe.
Or extern.
Extern, yeah, extern.
Good stuff. You have to, in the cold, they recommend blowing it up with the roly tubey thingy. Which is really, I don't like that because it takes ages. But there's truth in it, you know, because you breathe in a lot of vapor. And if the ground is like minus 15 as it was in Poland at one stage, that's gonna freeze, obviously. You just know that already, you know. So that I don't like that, but sure, every sleeping, it's all the same. So no, nice piece of kit.
Forgot about this little tarp. This is I actually bring, but it's not one we use often for the daily bushcraft. You know?
No, it's a one-man setup, isn't it?
It is the best, one of the best survival items in my opinion. It really proved its role again in the 1 versus 1 battle challenge when we A to B of the island challenge. So what it is, very lightweight. You're talking 400 grams for a tarp. And
instead of
one
bit
over
more than
one
a kilo.
1 kilo. No, 1 kilo. And so this is emergency space blanket and a tarp in one with some knots. No, what are these? Rings for cordage. Yeah, cool stuff. Cool stuff. I really like this one.
But still, you have a larger coverage with this.
Yeah, true.
So it all depends on what you do and where you go.
But I really like this stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, next category. Hey.
Hey, scared.
Now. What do we have here, Dylan?
Yeah, like a whole table full of nothing.
So bits and pieces and maintenance items.
This is beeswax with paraffin. I love that for the leather.
Okay.
You get a real nice kind of slick coat of water repellent stuff.
Paraffin, what is that?
Paraffin is just something that keeps it liquid, basically.
Oh.
So yeah, that can get out of the way.
Boots, Nick
wax for Gore-Tex boots, Gore-Tex lined boots, blah blah blah. I have a really nice leather balm. This is for nourishing the sheets and the pouches. Can you untwist that for me? So yeah, it's nearly empty. Smells lovely. No?
Yeah,
okay.
We'll do.
So yeah, keep on top of your leather, because if you don't, it starts to dry and then it starts to crack and then you have to throw it away. Not good. So yeah, what else? Sharpening stones, big, bulky Japanese whetstones. Cheaper oil stones. They're more kind of
for the coarse work.
Quick and dirty, but you can see like they don't last. Maintenance field sharpening, okay, bring it.
And this is my main pouch with the most essential thing besides the cutting tools, I guess. And usually it was always bonded to my SA, but my SA survive and I don't use too often anymore since I have a bushcraft knife. But definitely on a survival trip I will take my SA again. So here we have a DC4 in it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
DC4. Sharpening in the field. A diamond sight and a fine stone.
I have its little brother, the DC3, and I bought this in a shop, not knowing that there was a bigger version available. But to be honest, you get used to it. And I mean, you're not spending that much time outdoors. I mean, realistically, the longest you do might be a week. So like, with all the stuff you have at home, this does plenty and more in the field.
True,
you know, just to keep them fresh, keep the edges fresh.
Okay, what is more in my main pouch? A compass, Silva. It's big and bulky, and for some reason this keeps popping out. I am not doing that, but no, it's not. It's not. It's lacking on the durability. This guy, it's not great. It has a glass, magnifying glass. You want it bigger though. Then you can also use it for fire making.
Did you ever try that?
Well, no, but that was the idea of that. But I think it's a little on the small side there. Yeah, signal mirroring, all in one.
Yeah.
Taking care of yourself in the mirror.
First aid item.
Yes.
So yeah, it was expensive enough though back in the day, wasn't it?
Yeah, quite expensive, but I bought it second hand. Very lucky.
Yeah, but still the durability could be better, you say.
Yeah, but this is this specific type. I think the silver. Are
they have updated models anyway.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. A little 2-3 fishing hooks in there. That'd be handy.
I used to have that too, but I don't.
And normally there is a little bit of birch bark or fire tinder here in as well, but apparently I have been in trouble one time, so I used that.
Nice one.
That was the main pouch. Then the front pouch has a fire steel in it. With the striker you get way better spark than your 90-degree angle Swiss Army saw, for example. And a whistle, very gadget whistle. It's like 150, and you got a extra compass, a temperature meter, which both don't really work. A little bit, you know, it's for the idea.
Just
crappy item, but it's a good whistle. But actually, the Light My Fires have already a whistle in the
keep the morale high.
In the striker. Let's try that out. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm giving it another try. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, we got it, it works.
On the bell, should be on the bell.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, nice. Okay,
compass on the lanyard and fire steel on the lanyard. yeah, important stuff.
Are you done?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, nice. You have everything together. I don't. I have a little leather pouch, which is, I think it was French Army back in the day. I mean, this is like brass buttons and... You know, like it's really cool.
No, that's cool. That's Bushcraft worthy.
It's the magazine pouch from back in the day, but it's my compass belt pouch for my compass, and I got a Sunto, which is Finnish, I think. And I'm gonna have struggles.
Little fella.
I'm gonna have struggles opening this with one hand. But
survival has to be also sometimes done with one hand.
So this is a compass. It is basically the same thing as yours, but in a different design.
Yeah, but I don't understand how your signal mirroring works. Oh, it's the one in the bottom. Ah, yeah.
Yeah, so
that's neat.
Yeah, I should turn it around now for the viewers. So you go like this, and it reflects in the thing.
So you can point out a point in the distance at the same time when looking at your compass to know exactly where you're going.
Yeah.
And not like you have to look above and then point it. That doesn't really that precise.
No, and the whole thing kind of folds up compact.
And with compasses, don't forget about the declination. All the good compasses should have an adjustable declination scale that you can, because every place on the earth has a little bit of declination, which if you go straight to north, you won't actually go.
You'll never get there.
No. And at some point, a place on earth it can be 30 degrees. Now that's ridiculous.
That is.
I think here in Ireland it's 4 degrees, something like that.
I can't
4
remember.
degrees.
I have it adjusted anyway. What else do you have there? A whistle. I used to have one, I lost it. I never got a new one. It's kind of bad. Maybe I should. Well, I can whistle with the... Really? I can probably out whistle you by what you just did with my finger.
Yeah, bring it.
But... yeah. Or a little acorn. Little acorn, but you need 2 hands for that. Like the cap of an acorn.
Yeah, interesting.
I have a little leather strap thingy as well. So what else? A fishing kit. Julius said I should put the fishing kit on the table. Obviously, if we go to a foreign place for longer than, you know, if we do like an expedition to a foreign place, I would bring a pocket fishing kit.
But here locally,
locally most of the time I don't. But sure.
Because you know already you're not gonna fish, or you will.
I have a few bits for the dog.
Well, that's
that you don't have.
That is interesting.
So
for some people.
I put that here, but like this is where gear videos are really lame because now I gotta show you what kind of dog lead I have. You know. Obviously, the dog. Sometimes you go in public places, you need a lead. 9.5 out of 10, I never use a lead.
You wouldn't go for some paracord improvising?
But it's really thin.
Right.
I suppose you could, yeah. Maybe I should make a nice braided one where you can like unfold it and you have a massive strand. That is kind of cool, yeah, that's kind of cool. Rain backpack cover that I never use because I have like dry bags and liners and stuff in my backpack, so like I couldn't care less if it rains.
Still, a wet backpack gets heavier. This may do the difference.
It might. I ended up sacrificing it as a dog bed. So I pack it, and in the evening time, dump a load of moss on the ground. Put this over the moss, so the dog has a dry place to sleep, and it works really well. And if you start making the sound and start laying it out on the ground, the dog already comes over and.
Yeah, this is my backpack cover, and I actually use it as a backpack cover. And I used to use that one of yours. I think I like that one more of these because this one is a little smaller. It's a little bit too small for my pack, but it's the MTP British Army.
More robust, I do think.
Yeah,
this is very.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
A dog bowl to put food in.
It used to be a dishwash bowl for in the army field.
Yeah, the Dutch army.
Yeah.
You actually gave this to me.
Well, yeah.
Or I
I thought, oh, cool, I want to do my dishes, you know, in the field.
Yeah, that never happens, does it?
No.
So yeah, this works really well because you can fold it up, and you know, you put the dog food in there, and you know, it packs away.
Yeah,
nicely.
the dog gets food in.
Yeah, dog gets food, guys. Yeah, so that's it. Another quick little thing that isn't necessarily always, well, it nearly is always there in some form or another. We have a bunch of these straps, right? And if you hold the loop there, right?
They are nice and handy, aren't they? Army.
Yeah, so the idea is that they're
stuff.
kind of quick adjusting, opening, closing.
Yeah, so what's the matter here?
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Thanks.
Yeah, we like that stuff.
We always have quite a few, and you know, around pots and stuff maybe, or strapping extra gear on the outside of your pack or something like that. They're cheap and really functional. Carabiners, they are actually part of my hammock kit, but they do double up for strapping like a pot on the outside of your backpack or something like that. And they're called 19s, supposed to be 19 grams. But they're actually 20 grams, so it's all a big scam. Extra bundle paracord.
Have some of that as well.
I used to not bother, but Julius was like, "No, man, you need extra cord."
Yeah, of course, paracord is basic. You have with you. Of course, you can use the stuff on your tarp, but then there's not putting a washing line up anymore.
Yeah. Okay, washing line. Yeah, so a little cloth, you know, to wipe your nose or to dry your hands, or you know, emergency tinder, or toothbrush, toothpaste.
Come on.
Gloves. They should really be part of my clothing, but they're not, which is really bad. I never wear them, or never as much as I should. And if you don't, you get injuries. You know, if you're doing work, you should wear gloves. It's period. And like, this is another lesson, man.
I have the army ones, Dutch army, leather ones.
Another one, power bank, and I need a cable, but I gave it to you.
Ooh.
To charge your flashlight and your phone and camera stuff, but that's optional. But yeah, if you go out for a longer period of time, it's part of your emergency kit.
But very important, what do you have there, Dylan?
Oh, first aid kit. So because the pouch is not waterproof, I have a waterproof bag in that is kind of like a heavy duty, a heavier duty Ziploc bag.
That's a good one. My stuff once get wet and some things were ruined.
Yeah, that's
the way to go.
Yeah, this is the way to go, and it's protective. Little mirror, a lot of different gauzes and bandages and wipes and.
Bit on the heavy side now.
It is, yeah.
Mirror inside of that.
Totally heavy side. Then the bigger thing is Hammer's control bandage, you know, for your massive like hemorrhages. You know, if you hit major
Israeli
stuff.
bandage.
Yeah, that's it. Sure. And then a little foldable scissors and tweezers. That is not in it because I used them and didn't put them. Oh no, that was good. Little tweezers. The kit came with plastic tweezers, and they are the most useless creation in the world. They shouldn't be made. It should be made illegal. So I got good tweezers and put them in there.
And also plastic, scissors.
I got the foldable scissors. They're not bad actually.
Plastic scissors, don't do it.
No plastic scissors.
No. I guess I got most of the same.
Yeah, always put it in your pocket. There's no point having it at camp.
Yeah.
I had mine in my backpack, which was like a kilometer over, so it's completely useless. Yeah,
but then you should really build them lightweight and compact.
Yeah, but like, look, it has belt straps and everything.
Yeah, true that. But it is a very good point. You leave your pack at camp and then you go into the forest with your axe. Risky business. Part of the kind of first aid kit is an emergency space blanket, little one. Often have it with me. Can't go wrong on them. A sewing kit. Mostly have it with me in the field. It has a few needles and a few lines. No cordage. Threads. Yes, it has a few needles and threads with it.
I don't have that actually. I don't know why not. But
you don't have that?
I do, but I don't have it with, like, I don't pack it.
Another fixable set for in the field. I don't know, this is a magnet or something, magnet set. Anyways, it comes with a little glue for patching up all your rain stuff and tarps and Gore-Tex things. Yeah, and there's a few stickers in. This one is for tarps and stuff, and this one is for Gore-Tex materials.
Nice one. Yeah, I forgot one thing. I have a little thing that I found. It's an aluminium container with a twist cap, and I think maybe some of you know, but it looks like it was like a little container for a film roll or a photography roll. I think that's what it is, but I found it and it really works well for a little Tinder / matchbox container dry keeper. So I got a couple of matches in there, and a couple of them storm ones too. There you go. In case of emergency. Did you have any backup fire sources?
Fire lighters or?
Yeah, like sparks, ignition sources.
There's a lighter in the pouch of my little wood stove. And this one, but you don't take this with me often. It's just for a specific challenge or whatever. It is a set with stainless steel. Yeah.
This thing should be in there, man.
Okay. Yeah.
A little piece of fat wood.
Yeah, fair game. Let's patch things up here.
Because like that stuff is guaranteed fire, isn't it? Even if it gets soaked. One will do you, sure.
Yeah, this still has to be proven one day.
What is that? Oh, that's your gum wrap for your battery.
It's handy to have a carabiner, either for some climbing purposes, in case you might need it ever. If you want to do if you have to upside or something, maybe you would do that with paracord setup. Then a carabiner helps. And it's easy to put your pack up, but I've seen Dave Canterbury has a good solution for that recently. Don't use a carabiner, just use a piece of
quarters.
Piece of quarters and a piece of wood.
Yeah, I use my dog lead if I bring it with me.
Really?
Yeah, because it has a little clip and all included. These have pretty much the same value, the same rating.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't believe that. Oh, holy.
You're only a skinny bastard anyway.
Yeah, wow. But this is a locking carabiner, that makes a difference.
Yeah, true.
This will be dangerous to do any sort of climbing with. Okay, last bit. Ortlieb card cover. Or to put the card in. And I started up with this budget thing. You know, €3 card cover. It just falls apart. The plastic falls apart. You're polluting with it. No. So money had to be spent. Ortlieb, sustainable brand, but you pay for it well.
Little notebook, I see.
Yeah, notebook. Yeah, I don't use it that often, but yeah, I make some notes sometimes. There's edibles in it, wild edibles, filming scripts, raft design I just saw here. First aid basics, and some trip journals. Yeah, guess what this category is?
Yeah, whole table full again.
Clothes.
Clothing, important topic, but let's go through it quickly, man.
Yeah. We start on the base layer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have too much to tell about base layer. Where's your base layer?
I have it on.
Really?
Yeah, so merino wool, base layer, top and bottoms. Don't always wear it.
You wear merino wool right now?
No, not the pants, but the tops.
But these are synthetic, and I have the merino wools as well, but I left them at home. They are really for the winter, I bring them.
Okay.
But I do it with synthetic since, yeah, if you use that a lot, I take care of the expensive ones.
You save yeah, fair enough. I use them winter. I work outside, so I use them a lot. I wear them a lot in the winter. I don't like the synthetic ones. It's personal. Like, I feel very stuffy and clammy in the synthetic ones, and they make me smelly really quickly. Right, but that's personal. Yeah, I love the merino ones. Absolutely love them.
As a second layer, especially in winter, yeah, it's not special, but it's you know, these are the military thermos, but these are cotton, but they have this thermal, you know,
kind of fluffy,
yeah, these fluffy, towely, yeah. I like it, but don't get it wet. So it's not the premium kind of clothing, but for a basic one,
super durable as well, and
well.
Super affordable also.
Been doing with this one for years.
Yeah, nice. For pajamas now, they'd be super as well.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll usually an extra set of thermos just for the night, and bad socks. You do bad socks?
I don't know.
Well,
if it is really cold, I'll use the next day's socks, like a fresh pair, and I put them on the evening before.
I usually have one pair of bad socks the whole week, whole week.
You got old lady feet.
No.
Okay. Continue. Mid layer in the summer, I wear any cotton shirt.
Yeah. Nice outdoor.
This one I like the pattern of,
vest.
And it's 100% cotton. In the summer, it's nice. It's sort of fire retardant.
Is it?
Well, yeah, like it won't melt or catch flame, really. You know. It does burn, like, but
yeah,
not as bad as synthetic.
I have for the shirts. I have the one from Wout. Of course, that's the most sustainable brand. So I really like those shirts, and this one I think it looks good. Looks great. Yeah.
I got this in the sale in the shop.
But yeah, more Wout underneath.
So I have the base layer. The mid layer in the summer is this, and then if it gets chilly,
Base layer.
I use this. It's the liner of an old. You've seen this in old videos. The liner of an old jacket, and it's made in.
Oh, the classical thing. Look at this. Wow.
1960. I made the wooden toggles for it.
Wow.
And it's just like a vest. You know, it's nice. 100% wool, warm.
Yeah.
I don't always bring that though. Usually,
it suits you.
Usually I bring a jumper. So put a jumper over it. I have a nice brown woolly one on now. That's for winter trips. I have a synthetic one as well, which is lighter weight, I suppose. I don't know. And then another fleece one. I bring one of the three. You know, sometimes two if it's promised really cold. But
what about trousers, Dylan?
Trousers.
We bought our trousers at the same time.
Yeah. So that's these.
Yeah, this is
and they're dirty because I wore them last week. All week.
Yeah.
And you can see they have some battle marks, and they've gone like on the knees. They've gone awful, kind of worn out and fluffy.
Okay, but to be quick about it, we bought these at the same time. We bought these at the same time, and mine.
Yeah.
And yours are.
Mine are 100% intact. They are worn, but they are intact.
And they're Army combat US.
I think I think they're British Army lightweight training pants or something, but they're 100% cotton.
Yeah. And I bought the Fjellraven, which is supposed to be all fancy, and you know, you have the wax for it to make them waterproof
Yeah, you could do that
stuff.
with these, yeah.
It is nice. I really like the pockets on this one. But when Dylan's €10 trousers from
15, I bought them at the time.
15 euro from the dump is still going strong.
Yeah.
Mine one has already been on its last. So it's really budget that I'm still in it. You know, it's going badly wrong here.
It's completely wrecked. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've been patching it up. You know, these are all patch up. Yeah, there are a few of them. Yeah, come on, it's done. After how many years? I think 5, 6, 5?
5, 6, 7.
5. 5,
yeah.
6.
Yeah, so the same as these. The only repair I made on these is the pocket. The bottom of the pocket, the thread came loose. So I sewn it back together. That's the only repair I did. I did the same army dump I passed a couple of weeks ago, so I picked up a new pair, and you can see the difference in color. It's amazing.
Oh, I think that's not too bad.
No? So there's that. They increased in price. They were €30 this time around, but still, I mean, it's uncomparable.
Yeah. These go over 100, I think.
Another option is
holy.
What do you call that? Carhartt double duck, really heavy duty work pants, but they're heavy.
Not for your lightweight hiking trips now.
No, and if they get wet, trips. you're like carrying 10 kgs around. Leather belt.
Yeah, basics.
Goes without saying. A wool hat in the winter.
Yeah. You gave me one as a present, and I don't know where it is, but I
forgot about it.
Then I'm stuck with my Dutch Army wool, funny looking little hat.
Yeah, beautiful. In the summer I wear a summer hat.
Yeah, painful. I lost mine in summer.
Yeah. Okay. Extra handkerchief in the back of my pocket at all times. What else? Socks.
Yeah, socks. Yeah, socks.
Woolen socks, wool or like wool blank. Extra pairs, because they always get wet. They always get dirty. You need clean socks.
Yeah. How do you call these?
That's a buff or a scarf.
Yeah, a buff.
I have a
merino wool one.
I have a budget half wool Dutch Army one, and it's really nice. Like it.
And a bandana, multi-purpose for your patch up arm stuff and your washing and your scarf. However you like it, you know.
Yeah, nice one. I have yet to find a waterproof gear that actually keeps you waterproof. And if it does, you sweat so much that you get wet from the inside. So like you might as well not wear them. But
wow.
so far, the Gore-Tex British Army stuff has been very good. Has been very good, and it's affordable.
But you're saying you're still getting wet in it.
After a while, yeah. But it does a good job. Like I'm not complaining.
Okay.
I'm not complaining about this stuff. I recommend it because it's really affordable. And it does the job.
I got the same. Lightweight trousers and the jacket.
The only thing though is you have the camo issue.
And the other thing is the jacket doesn't come with a hoodie, and that I don't like. A hood. Yeah. So then I have to have solutions for that. This is the one who burned away in Poland. This is burned. Socks are burned. This is all burned. Then I'm still using it, but you know, then you're. And the other option is this funny, like your clown hat, but you don't want to go in the forest with your clown hat now.
That's magnificent. I want to pick one of these up, man.
Well, they are very practical and effective, but they still feel a bit funny looking.
They look funny, man. They look really funny.
But these work perfectly well with your MTP rain jacket. But
yeah. There's a price.
I love to find a good hoodie like that, and maybe in the same color as that, and then that'd be all multifunctional.
Yeah.
These are proper Gore-Tex gaiters. R and B. No, RAB. What am I saying?
RAB, what a RAB.
RAB. You have the ones that are not Gore-Tex. You have the coated ones.
Yeah,
the
polyurethane coated.
And these are not recommendable, I would say, because you start sweating.
Yeah, but they are very waterproof.
That's true, but what's the point putting them on and being wet anyways underneath because of the sweating?
It depends on the temperatures. In the summer you can forget about it because you get wetter with them on than without. But in the winter now, you're also cleaner. You know, the muck and stuff doesn't come on your boots and in your boots and all of that. So like colder, like here, spring and autumn and winter, I recommend them.
I recommend the breathables, and I think after all these are better.
I have never tried that kind.
No, so you should go for breathable because you know, for the gaiters it makes more sense.
Makes sense. Other jackets, I have my this is like a shirt jacket. It's wool as well, which is really nice. I wear that all the time on the daily.
And this is the same I burned away in Poland, but the one
you got upgrades.
The one I gifted as a present to my dad, but then had to reclaim because I burned my one. But my dad has a large size, and so I went with the XL originally, but so it's a little bit small for me now, but it will do me now. And for the winter, I have a big hoodie with the but the big hood, but. That thing is as big as the head, as the jacket. It's really the Arctic kind of hood. So, but that's multifunctional because you can button it on.
Take it on or take it off.
Yeah, and so this comes in the 3 layers. It's Dutch Army M65 multifunctional Gore-Tex stuff, but it's actually really old. This one is from the 80s, I think even. They had Gore-Tex in the 80s. I can't believe it.
No, that seems weird.
Well, the 90s then. The 90s.
Anyway, the problem with that is that the membrane is in the middle.
Yes.
So you completely, if it rains, you completely soak your outer layer, and it gets super heavy before the membrane starts to kick in. And then sure, it takes ages for it to dry, and it becomes 3 times as heavy or whatever. Yeah. Right?
Especially for hiking, it's not great because you want to be able to switch layers quickly.
Yeah.
But this is great all around, being not doing any hard work, sweaty stuff. You know,
in the evening times or whatever.
And you know, in the summer I use it without the winter lining. You can put that in, and the winter lining makes it really warm. And you can even use it without the Gore-Tex lining because it's 3 layers you can button into.
Yeah. But like, if you try and use it for hiking, you're gonna look like Julius, and maybe we should add in a few frames here, or you should go back and watch the thing. But he was constantly like, at one stage, the inner fleece thing was over the top, and then next thing the membrane was over the top.
Yeah,
and
no.
Constantly trying to swap around. Like.
You're right, because you need to have the versatility. So in the end, I put all the layers just loose.
Yeah.
So then I could put them on, off, but then I just started doing the inner membrane layer as the outer layer, which looks funny, but it actually worked quite practical within the bad circumstances.
Yeah. But like, you have modern technology stuff like this, but you pay so much for it. And it seems absurd.
40 euros and you have all.
This is so like.
And that's the same with the British MTP lightweight. Yeah. You have your proper Gore-Tex jacket for
a tenth of the price.
30 euro. Yeah. When you pay 100s, 200s, 300s for a brand Gore-Tex jacket.
Yeah. So that's pros and cons. Yeah. Okay. Quick.
No.
You should get the boots out. Ta-da!
Yeah, we've been out yesterday, so they are mucky and the maintenance has been lacking.
Yeah.
Maintenance, folks. Maintenance, very important.
Especially for expensive boots, because you really significantly improve the lifetime of them.
We bought them at the same time. Mine are done almost, and you are still going strong.
There's life left in them. They are both Gore-Tex lined. I recommend it because if everything works according to plan, they are super waterproof. Like mine are waterproof to here. Like,
yeah,
you know, no over exaggeration.
Wow. I wished I had these because we have done a lot of river crossing, muck crossing here in Ireland. All the muck, mac. And yeah, that's so much more convenient than me with always having wet boots.
Yeah, like I have a good nearly 2 inches over you,
but I couldn't find these in a size that fitted me properly on the feet.
One might say Gore-Tex for the summer, it's overly hot. You know, some people recommend without the Gore-Tex because it's not as hot. For the sake of spending so much money on good boots, you just get as much as you can for your money, because I think the other ones are the same price. So better have them a little bit hot but dry most of the time. Yeah, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So you have Loa, how do you call it? Loa Combat Pro?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
And mine are Hanwag's Lima, I think. Hanwag Lima. It's just I had a hard time finding boots for my feet size. Not because necessarily length, but broad-wise. Yeah. Okay, wrap it up. Next one.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, to bring it all together. Packed up, everything in the pack. So my pack is the We Sport Reindeer 55. We Sport Polish brand, 55 liter pack. With extension it's a little more actually, I think it's 60, 65. It's on the smaller size for our trip, so every time it's packed to the max. But in the winter I would put the sleeping bag underneath, you know, because that in the winter your sleep system takes more space. But because of the camera equipment, I try to go lightweight, because when you put the camera equipment included, it's getting so heavy and so bulky. Yeah, that's a big hustle. We'll unpack it, Dylan. Well, the first thing that comes out is a bit of paracord, headlamp. You know, this one we didn't actually do. We forgot about the headlamps.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm a little bit disappointed about this one, after all. The light, volume and the longevity of the batteries is not what I expected it for the money. It's a diamond refold. What do you have there, Dylan?
I have more of a traditional flashlight.
Traditional?
You know, like the one you hold in your hand, like, you know, like handheld.
Yeah,
and then I got a strap for it, so you can put it over your head.
Yeah, that's
so pros versus con. It sits on the side. It's a little bit heavier, so if you run or walk, it dangles a little bit. But it gives you way more power output, I think, because you have bigger batteries. Also, the design. It's this thing. You have videos of people putting them in a bucket of water in the freezer and then taking them out and then smashing the ice with a hammer, and the thing just keeps on shining through the whole thing.
Durable stuff, yeah, and it gets so much light.
Durable stuff gets a lot of light. It's USB chargeable, so you can charge it everywhere.
So is mine.
Same as your phone. So, you know, the same cable in your car, in your house, in your battery bank. Can I borrow your charger? Yeah, no problem. Charge my flashlight. You know what I mean? It's super versatile. Not too many...
And you're not wasting them batteries.
No, exactly. Not too many extras and buttons. Just one in the back, on, off, and then you know, different strengths.
Yeah. Nice stuff.
That's it. Good super stuff. Nice. I'm super happy with it. What is it? The Phoenix UC35.
Cool. So what I got of my top pocket, most important is the flashlight, is a bit of paracord. The first aid kit. It's in the top pocket here, but we have learned this week maybe you should have it in your pocket all the way.
If you don't have your pack on you, yeah.
Yeah. So the Israeli bandage is apart, and last but not least, rescue first emergency space blanket. Yeah, then we move inside the pocket, inside the backpack, I mean. Here under the top pouch is another pouch, and there is all bits and pieces. We're talking notebooks. You have seen most of these things already. You know, this kind of bits and pieces. Fire kindling, wood stove, sewing set, bit of cordage, toiletry set, and a carabiner, more stuff, repairs. That's it. Then the side pouches. Left one. Sometimes it's camera stuff. This time it is the cover of the backpack, and we're having tools. This one, the folding saw, and the carving set, depending on what we're going to do. Other side is cooking and water and stuff. So at the moment there is a canteen in it. Canteen, the spork, and the foldable cup. I'm depending now on Dylan's cooking abilities to for his pan and stuff. If we go out with the two of us, there's no point having that all double. So that will do for me now. Going inside the pack, or actually on the outside still, is an axe, the small forest axe. Inside the pack we have at first, usually there's a bit of camera equipment on top. Then after that we have a rain jacket. No, this is not a rain jacket. I have a jacket on me, and this is the rain trousers. Dry sack with clothes, spare clothes, a few socks, few underwear, usually 2-3, extra base layers for the night, and maybe a sweater. That's it. Then last but not least, on the bottom, which is also reachable from the other side here. Of course you can open it here, just like your pouch. And what we get out of here is, this time, the Corinthia summer sleeping bag I'm borrowing from Dylan. At home I have basically the same. My sleeping pad, camera rest, and the bivy bag for winter campings. That's it. Pack all done. Yeah. Can I say some more on the pack? It's hard for me to find a pack with my lengthy back, so only Dylan's one I fit also, because he's got a really nice long pack. But most general packs will be hard. But I found this one, and this is just
maxed
long,
out.
Just maxed out. It could even be a little bit longer, but it does the job. It's very good adjustable, and I have to say, for a backpack, one of the most important things, whatever the other bits and pieces, all of it on the back is, the wearing setup is the most important.
Suspension.
The suspension system is the most important. All the weight should basically be able to be carried on the hips, and then those shoulder straps are basically only to let the pack not fall down. To keep it, so here the pressure should be here on this point to not let it fall down. So you need enough space, and the pressure should go not enough pressure here that you don't want that for intense hikes and stuff. Yeah. I think that's about it, Dylan.
Cool.
Yeah.
Camera gear is extra on top of all this.
Yeah, that's another 6-7 kilos. We'll make another video about that, and we put that on the Patreon side, I think. And that's also not not only for patrons. It will be publicly accessible, but you find it on the Patreon side. I show the camera gear. Can't put everything in this video, or it will get way too long, which is already probably. Okay. So I take all this stuff away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have some belt stuff. What I carry on the belt and in my pockets. So now I would either bring just a shell or this jacket, and in the jacket or in my trousers I would wear my gloves, bit of paracord and a cleaning cloth. Very cool. Then on the belt in my trousers, my pocket, the Swiss Army pocket knife is EDC. On the belt, this one, the Bushcraft knife, and this pouch with all the important Bushcraft essentials and survival essentials. And rarely, but sometimes I use this one. It's a dump pouch. It's handy enough for dumping all kinds of bits in.
Foraging and the
taking things, getting things organized all the time.
So I will start with putting this down and put that down. And down. Okay, so my pack, I just got it new.
Wow, Dylan. Wow.
Yeah, big upgrades. They were expensive, but I sold my old one. The biggest reason was the other one was a lot bigger. It was 80 liters.
From the same brand, Bushcraft?
From the same brand, and the suspension was in size 2, which was not my size. I bought it second-hand years ago, and it was just too short. So especially on long hikes, it was uncomfortable. Like Julius said, all the pressure on the shoulders rather than the hips. So I got this in size 4.
Suspension system so important.
Again, it's a Bushcraft, and it comes with a card on it, and it says lifetime guarantee. So that I'm not going to go into detail more than that.
Yours
it's proper.
Is most definitely
here I have at the moment just the pack Bushcraft Spartan 60 liter. So 60 liter backpack, and you have the option of putting a 2 liter side pouch on each side. So that will increase it to 80 liters. And they just fit on the side. The problem is if you put them on the side, the problem is that when you put them on the side, it makes it wider than yourself. So like if you're going through the bush, that isn't always ideal. At the moment I have my cook kit clipped to one side instead of a side pouch, right? This can go inside in one of these plus extra stuff. The other option is to put camera gear in this, you know, take over a bit of your weight, and then I have camera equipment on one side, and then on the other side I have the food, right? I have my rain clothes on the front, right? For the moment, they could go in it, they can go on the side, on the bottom, on the top, somewhere easily accessible.
All them straps, man, all them straps.
Yeah, so the nice thing about this pack is that it has a lot of options. It's all about versatility. Like you can unzip pouches onto it, there's straps on it, handles, molly, whatever you call it. Loads of options. It is expensive, but I sold my old one. So like to balance that out, it was worth it. And it comes with a tag and it says lifetime guarantee. So after that
to be fair,
I shall say no more.
Yours is indeed more durable than mine, but mine is cheaper. Then thinking about it back, I might have want to go as well for the durability, you know?
Yeah.
Because, you know, you want things that last. But mine does as well, but I had to patch it up once.
Yeah.
But so, with that in mind,
I hope you can, it's a bit crummy angle, but the suspension setup on these things, you buy them in size, right? So you're either a size 1, 2, 3 or 4. 4 being the longest. This is a size 4. And after that, there is a little of adjustment, but not as much as Julius's one. Like you cannot slide parts all the way to the top or all the way to the...
Use the back up.
No. So I have the axe strapped on the side. The nice thing about this pack is it's quite long, so you can stow it inside, close to your back, if you're walking through a lot of urban environment, which sometimes we are. Then you have your top pouch, pretty much the same as Julius, grabbing things that are always needed at hand. So your flashlight, your gloves, that sadly I don't put on enough. First aid kit and compass. As soon as I go in the woods, I put this on my belt. And that was it. Then it has another little divider thingy, and underneath there are things you need at hand and you don't want loose in your pack, but you know, it's still handy to have separate. Power bank, you know, toothpaste and toothbrush and maybe some deodorant or whatever.
Deodorant you don't need in the forest.
Well, you know, you need to get there first though. Then open the top flap, and again this is adjustable. You can make it longer or shorter, so you can really extend the 60 liters as well, you know?
Mine as well.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
So then you have another one much like yours, and in here I put my stuff. I want to grab easy, but not as easy as the top, so there's my paracord extra, couple of straps, you know, that came with the pack actually, might not use them, and then a little you know, emergency matches, sharpening stone and strap. Like you not really need that all the time, and up here it's nice and easy, out of the way, easy accessible at the same time. Then you have another little strappy thingy here. Undo this. Because this pack is new to me, I have just stuffed it with all the things I needed. And this is not necessarily the way I will do it from now on, but just for the sake of the video, I have Jaeger's bowl here on the top. It might not be the best place for it, but you have a inside, just behind the back. A lot of backpacks have that. I'm not sure. Maybe yours too. It's like a little pouch for a hydration bladder.
I'm missing that.
I have that, but I never use that. So it's always a nice compartment to stuff your tools in, because it's nice and flat against the rigid back of the backpack. If you're walking in urban environments, you know, you might not want to walk around with big guys.
It's strange that my pack doesn't have a...
Yeah.
I would like that. I use a camo bag.
Well, sometimes you have a compartment where the frame is in, you know, the internal frame. You know, you can slide in there or whatever, but it's just somewhere where it's safe because it's against this rigid back and it's easy to grab. So they're my my tools. They go on the belt as soon as they go off the pad, basically. Then to grab easy, Jaeger's little, it's the cover, the rain cover, but I use it for Jaeger more than anything else. It's bed. Then we come to the cook set. Again, this is shared between myself and Julius. On my own,
for now,
I don't really need it because I have the little one in there. And the nice thing about this pack, sorry man, I'm taking over. It's front accessible, so you have a big old zip here that goes all the way around. Wow. Another one on this side, all the way around.
Wow.
And
fancy.
It folds open like this, so you know it gives you way more options to, you know, to access everything at once. And this is my big ass winter sleeping bag. It's super bulky, and like, I don't know, like you put it on the bottom. It's basically half the main compartment is taken over by the sleeping bag. I have enough space for it in it, but it's kind of a waste, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you could put it on the bottom, but then it's less protected. So I don't know really how that's gonna go. Most of the time you carry the summer sleeping bag anyway.
In our zone, yes, definitely in Ireland.
Then I have the clothes, spare clothes. This is like a lot of spare clothes, just to give you guys an idea.
Fitting it up.
Yeah, just filling it up basically. And I'd say I'm about 3/4 of the main compartment. The other quarter could be food, or the other quarter could be camera gear to share with Julius's big load, because that's like kilos and kilos.
Wow. Even the camera equipment, we try to go as lightweight as possible.
So then inside you have another divider, but you also have a bottom accessible thingy, and that's really your sleeping and your shelter. So undo that and it's through one hand. So you have your mat, your sleeping hammock, yeah.
So that's basically for summer.
This for summer, yeah, but then it would be with the summer sleeping bag. So if this one isn't in it, it's the Biffy bag, which is roughly the same size. And then on the bottom all the way is the tarp.
So the tarp should be quite good accessible, is it?
Yeah, look.
It's on the bottom, you grab that immediately. Yeah.
You have also the option of, like, on the inside of this, you have a big old mesh pouch for stuff. Like, there is so much options in this that I don't even know what to do with yet.
The pack is also a thing where you could save weight on, but
this is heavy now. With all the bits it gives you and the durability it gives you, you pay for it in weight.
I think mine is quite significantly lighter, 2 kilo.
Mine is 3, I'd say.
So great stuff, Dylan. I like your pack.
Thanks. Yeah, guys, I hope you liked this video. I hope it wasn't too long. We've been doing this all day.
Well, I'll be cutting out half of it at least.
Yeah, at least, hopefully. Yeah, sure. I hope you guys like it. Let us know what you think, and also check out our Patreon page for the camera video, because that's another class on its own.
Yeah, also support us there. Why not? Yeah. Dylan, next week, what we're gonna see?
Well, you're gonna find out how to accomplish something like this. And
nasty.
Yeah, it's the start of the new season, but sure, it's a horrible start.
Yeah, but you thought we showcase it anyway because you know,
it's no point.
We can all learn from
exactly.
How things go wrong.
No point throwing it away. Like, it doesn't change anything.
No.
So yeah, so we would like to be outdoors and do stuff, but we can't. So that's why we also said we'll do one of these, because we do get some questions about it as well.
Yeah. See you on the next one.
Yo, Smooth Gefixt houden.